So let's listen to that song again. Let's think about this and look for the melody notes in it. So the first note goes riding, riding, riding the night, riding the night. And I'm thinking, what note is that? Night. It's this note. Now, after doing this for 4 or 5 years, I know that. But when I first started doing this, is I would go night, and I think night, and I go, well, those two notes sound right together, night, but they're not. They're harmony notes, and they'd fool me because they'd sound good. And obviously, night. I mean, obviously, it wasn't that note. You see. But it would fool me, and I'd think, well, it sounds good, so that's the right note, and I'd jump at the first note. Well, you know what I did? I got this little thing here. This is electronic tuner. And I'd sit there, and I'd set this little sucker down on my knee like this, and I'd go, night. And I'd look at this thing and tell me, night, night. Tells me it's a G, okay? Now it's a little sharp, a little flat, and it's wavering back and forth, but again, I don't care. You know, even if I would have sung an F sharp, I know that it's not an F sharp. I know, oh, I'm just singing a little flat, and it's a G. But the point is, then I knew it wasn't a G. I knew it was a G, and I knew it wasn't a B or a D or a, you know, something like that. And this really helped me get my ear trained, because I'd never sung. I mean, you know, man, I couldn't do this. And it took me a good 1.5 or 2 years to get even to be able to do that kind of thing. And it gets a lot faster. And also, as I do this more, I found out that I could anticipate, I could figure out what note it was sometimes by the stress on my voice. Like, you know, night is kind of, it's getting up at the top of my range. I can go up to a D, but that's it. But it's not nearly as comfortable as night. It's this note, you know. That note's right smack dab in the middle of my range. So, you know. So, what I found out was that I could guess at the note by the tension of my voice and by, you know, how hard I was having to push or whatever, which is not a good thing to do if you're going to actually learn to sing, but it's just one trick that you can use to figure out your notes if you have a 10 ear like I do. You know, and it will develop. If you give it a chance, it will develop. And you'll learn a lot of tricks and things on how to do this sort of thing. Anyway, so don't be afraid to use your tuner, you know. Pull this thing up here, and you can sing right along with it, and sing slow, and it'll give you some of the notes you need. Okay? So in this tune, what I look for is the high point. So for me, it's riding, riding the night, okay, in the high cold wind. So really, the song to me, I'll tell you one thing I used to do when I was doing the paintings is sometimes I'd look at the grand tetons, I'd cross my eyes, and what that would do is give me a blurry picture. And through that blurriness, or take your glasses off, you know, and you look at a blurry picture, and then you can just really hone in on the important parts. So to me, How Mountain Girls Can Love sounds like this. And there's riding the one in the high on the trail of the lonesome pine. See, those are the important points for me. The rest of it's kind of a lick in between, which is exactly where I would put a lick. Okay? Now everybody hears these tunes different, so and that's what makes your solo different. For somebody, the high notes might be riding the night. They might be on the trail of, you know, they might hear on the trail of, like that. So, you know, that's your personality showing them. That's what makes the solo yours. So what I would do now is I would go through the chords again and try and pick out some of the melody notes. So riding, riding, riding the night in the high, and I just know it goes up high. High. Now I used to go to a B, and I would go, and you know, and I played that for a long time. I'll show you a little trick I used on that in a second, and keep that in mind. And then as I played the song a little bit more, and as I actually started trying to sing the song, because you know, you're almost there. I mean, you've got the melody notes, and so the temptation is to try to actually sing the song. And so when I started doing that, I realized that it actually was this note. It jumps up that high. So that made me rethink my break a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm going to look for the high notes. I'm going to ride the night in the high cold wind on the trail of the old lonesome pine. And I want to know where the chords change and all those melody notes in the chord. And they are. We see that. Riding, we see that. Riding the night in the high cold wind on the trail of the old lonesome pine. So really what we have here is and there you got the melody sketched out. Now